Hi, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Tina and I had traditional duodenal switch surgery on June 9th of 2020 with Dr. Srikanth in Federal Way, Washington. My start weight, my heaviest weight ever was 340 pounds. My weight the day that I met Dr. Srikanth in late February of 2020, I weighed 282 pounds. I had a pre-surgery diet, and in that diet I lost 20 pounds. So my day of surgery on June 9th of 2020, I weighed 262 pounds. And today I weigh 181 pounds. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, well, a couple things. This is going to be kind of a chatty video. I've just got my shake, my not very yummy protein shake. It's just part of reality. I've got my water, I'm drinking tons of water. I had somebody message me recently that said that they just could not drink protein shakes, it made them sick, and I understand that. Protein shakes they're not that great. They don't taste that good. And especially after you have surgery, everything tastes really bad. For me, it did. And so I always suggest putting a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream in your shake when you're mixing it, and ice, and that kind of helps. But the reality is they're not that good, and it's not something that you would drink if you didn't have to. So I just want to kind of put it out there that there are things that you do for your health that aren't the most fun. Like, for example, exercise. I mean, I'm not a person that likes to exercise, and I don't exercise very much. I'm not very good at it. I've got health issues that kind of prevent me from doing a lot of exercise. So, but that said, I still don't, even if I did have health issues, I wouldn't like it. But people, you do the best you can, right? So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about, I've been looking at I have some friends on Instagram and on Facebook, and people that are, bariatric community basically, but mostly duodenal switch communities. And there is, I've talked before on my channel about body image issues and body dysmorphia issues, and I just kind of had a few thoughts about that this morning. I kind of wanted to share with you. So body dysmorphia is when your brain doesn't really register what reality is. So if you look in the mirror and you see yourself as 340 pounds, but you're really 181 pounds. And it really is a very strange thing. And the thing with my situation, my body, I'm so misproportionate. I've always been misproportionate. I've always had a smaller upper body, and I've always had larger hips and very large thighs. That's just how my body has always been. And so as my body has been shrinking, my upper body, I can see it. I have collarbones. I can see my arms are smaller, and I can see ribs. I have a waist. I can see my hip bones. But I still have saddlebags. Like, my thighs are still, I'm just still ashamed of my thighs. And I still, when I'm walking around in public in clothes, I mentioned before on my channel, whenever I meet somebody new, people's eyes just have automatically kind of gone down and to look at my lower body. And I don't think that it's me. I don't think it's vindictive or mean. I just think it's because my body is very misproportionate, and I don't think it's really that easy to not look. I appreciate when people cannot look, but I think it's kind of a challenge for people. It must be, because it's been happening my whole life. So anyway, I still have that. I still have, my thighs are still misproportionate. And I was thinking about the body dysmorphia issue, and when you look in the mirror, you still see so much fat and so many problems and so many issues. And I think a lot of this is the skin. So when you lose a lot of weight, you have a lot of loose skin, especially if you're, I don't know about people that are younger. I'm sure that they still have loose skin as well, but I'm in my 50s. I'm 52 years old. So I didn't have any illusion that I was going to, or delusion that I was going to not have loose skin, because of course, if your skin is that, if you're that old and you lose a whole bunch of weight, you're going to have loose skin issues. I'm pretty lucky in that my stomach is never really, the front part of me has never really been a huge, that wasn't my problem area. My problem area was my backside and my hips and my thighs. So my stomach doesn't have as much loose skin, but it has quite a bit at this point. And so when I look in the mirror, I still see that. I still see all this skin. My thighs are still very jiggly. The skin on my thighs is it's not smooth and it's not attractive. It doesn't look right. And I think that's part of I think that contributes to a lot of body dysmorphia. I could be totally wrong, but this is just what occurred to me this morning. Because if I looked in the mirror and saw my thighs that looked smaller and didn't have loose, bumpy skin, and if I had a stomach that was flat and didn't have, loose skin on it, I feel like I would be able to accept my body a lot easier than looking in the mirror and seeing all these issues. So I'm just kind of wondering about that. Like, is body dysmorphia as much about not being able, your brain not accepting your body shape as it is? I'm accepting my body shape is one thing, but realizing that what I'm looking at isn't a healthy, smaller body. What I'm looking at is a body that has been abused, has lost a lot of weight, who's had surgery, who's just been through a lot. That's what my body is. So that's what I'm seeing. So it's not really body dysmorphia. That's, just a different reality. And I don't know if that's the case or not, but it just kind of occurred to me, and I thought I would mention that. I don't know. I've mentioned before on my channel that I feel like I really want to get skin surgery. When I get to, I'm 181 right now. When I get to about 161, maybe 151, somewhere in there, I want to pursue skin surgery, just because I have never had nice looking thighs in my life. I don't remember ever being able to wear shorts confidently. And I feel like that's something that I really want. So I am going to pursue skin surgery. But I just want to say that it's not something that you have to do. I just think that there's a whole piece of this that people aren't really getting. Like, you need to accept your body for what it is, accept your body for what it's been through. My body has carried 2 children. My body has, I'm struggling with multiple sclerosis. I've abused my body with food. I've dieted and fasted and dieted and fasted, and I've done horrible, weird things to myself. I mentioned before, I used to do the master cleanse like once a month for 2 weeks, every month for a couple of years. That's bizarre. Like, all you drink on master cleanse is lemon water with maple syrup for weeks. I did that for years. So I'm trying really hard to just kind of have a different attitude about it, knowing that I'm knowing that I'm going to have skin surgery, knowing that I need to get this done for my health and for my well-being. My thighs they're not okay, and it's to the point now where I still have a lot of weight to lose in my thighs, but my skin is pulling on my legs to where I can feel it in my knees, my 52-year-old knees. So that's not good. And I'm talking to some people about it. Maybe I can get that partially covered by insurance, which would be fabulous, because that's not, your knees are important, right? But I still feel like, even if I wasn't doing that, even if that wasn't the case, even if I could just be grateful that I have a healthy, really close to being at a healthy weight, I'm so much better off than I used to be. I have so much more energy than I used to have. I have so much more hope for the future. And my whole focus in my life isn't trying to lose weight. That was my life, my entire 52 years that I remember. Obviously when I was a baby I didn't, but from the time I was probably 10 or 11, my whole life my whole focus has been my weight. And so just kind of mixing those two things together. Yes, I want to get skin surgery. Yes, I want to lose a little bit more weight, but I also really, really just want to appreciate my body for what it is and just be mindful of the fact that I've put my body through a lot of things for whatever reason, and I'm still fine. I mean, I'm still living, so my body is still with me, and I just want to kind of put that out there, share that with you, that was what I was thinking about this morning. Like, all these skin surgeries, all this body dysmorphia, all these issues that come with losing a lot of weight, still worth it. It's still worth it. It's still important. If it's something that is bothering you, if your weight or your body is bothering you and you need to do something drastic like having surgery, it's still worth it. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there and share that with you, and I hope that made sense to you. And if you have any comments or questions or thoughts along those lines, I would really love to hear them, especially regarding the body dysmorphia piece and looking in the mirror and seeing, even though you know that you're smaller, you still are seeing all this skin. And I'm thinking that maybe that plays into body dysmorphia quite a bit. I don't know, just an idea I had. So let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching my channel and my video, and I hope you subscribe. I will see you again on Friday. Thank you. Bye.